This month, Leo, Spirit is asking you to have divine faith in the perfect timing of your process. Hey Leo, welcome to Zira's Journey. I'm Madeline, if you haven't been here before. On this channel, we use a compass of courage, curiosity, compassion, and creativity to get where we want to go by being exactly where the fuck we are. And that message is very on point for you this month, Leo. So we're going to get into your tarot cards and the story of your month in just a second, but we've got to start with your orientation point, the North Star that Spirit is offering you for your journey over the course of February. And yours is patience. We can see our friend giving you some turtle medicine here and also pointing out that things take time to root and the branches mirror the roots, okay? We don't, can't pull a flower out of the ground and expect it to grow. It pulls it out of the fucking ground. And it was interesting, but the image that Spirit gave me, I'm gonna pick up and start shuffling these cards because they are ready. The image that Spirit gave me when I was tuning into your energy was somebody working dough, like kneading and creating dough. And when you're creating dough, there's a process. It takes time to rise. You can knead it and then you can overwork it. And Spirit was talking to me about you potentially overworking your dough. And it might seem like more is better or faster or harder is like, it'll be ready sooner, right? This dough will be ready sooner if I just really work the fuck out of it. And it's like, no, actually, I'm gonna say it again. The fixed signs seem to be getting this message this month. So I'm sharing my own personal watchwords as I have Leo rising, but I have the North Node in Taurus. And my watchwords are slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. And if my feelings, my urges, my situation doesn't line up with those things, then I know that I need to make an adjustment because things aren't working for me, right? So Spirit's asking me to offer those words to you this month to see okay, am I getting ahead of myself, right? Patience, am I overworking the dough because I just want to eat already? Let me come back to patience. Let me come back to remembering again, the roots spread and then the branches will mirror the roots. So don't be concerned about the branches of what it is you're working on, Leo. Concern yourself with the soil and the roots. If you take care of the soil and the roots, i.e. the basics, the fundamentals, taking care of yourself, listening to yourself, being present with yourself, moving things along and forward, but at a pace that feels safe, a pace that feels Spirit's talking about a pace that feels life affirming, i.e. not a pace that makes you feel like you're meant to be a robot or like a beast of burden. Even animals, in my view, and in Spirit's, I'm just gonna say it, shouldn't be treated as beasts of burden. So if we shouldn't be treating animals that way, then we certainly shouldn't be treating ourselves that way. Slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. Have patience in the divine timing. Things are happening that you can't necessarily see. So don't get obsessed with trying to control everything or trying to make things happen. You know what I mean? And I get it. Listen, this society, this culture, it encourages us away from natural processes, things that are slow, things that take time, food that has seen the sun. Okay, let's get into it, Leo. Let's talk about February. February for Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, and Leo dominant people, Spirit. What do they need to know in the month of February for their highest good? Their greatest sense of joy, peace, abundance, security, love. Spirit, what do they need to know about the present moment? Any energies going on around them, happening within them that you want to bring their awareness to, always for their highest good. always for their highest good. Spirit, what does Leo need to know? Ooh. Seeing a couple of your cards. I'm seeing some money here. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. All right, Leo. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. Spirit, what do you want to share with Leo in the month of February for their highest good? Let's see what we got here. Got a bonus card. Okay, Leo. Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, Leo Dominance in the month of February. Woo! Patience. First card up, Nine of Wands. That's the card of vigilance. It's the card of, hey, don't give up. You're almost there. Patience. Ooh-wee. Are you feeling disappointed in yourself, Leo? Are you feeling like you're not living up to your ultra super fucking high standards? Because Spirit is counseling you away from that. I can see why they're offering you, like, hey, patience. Some things are going to pay off. Your hard work. Let me say that. Your hard work, the changes that you've been making. I'll pick up and show you the cards and why they're saying this to me, but your hard work and the changes that you've been making, and specifically the way that you have been making an effort to lead your life, you're going to pay off. Okay, center of your reading. Nine of Wands crossed by Two of Pentacles. So Nine of Wands, as I said, is a card of vigilance. And I get the sense, Leo, that you've been working hard at something that you're passionate about for a really long time, and hearing like, hey, patience can be really fucking irritating when you've been working at something for a long time. Something that you love, something that you have a lot of fucking devotion to, like, and I'm hearing a couple different things. Good time to remind you, Leo, these are general readings for every Leo person that tunes in. Some messages are going to resonate more than others. That makes sense. Some stuff is for other Leos. Some stuff is for you. If it rings a bell, please grab it and use it. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. So, different Leos, different situations. Some of you have been working on a project where it's like this career path, or this literal project that is like, this will be a deliverable, like this book or this procedure or this fill in the blank. This thing that I've been making that my passion, my heart, my soul, Wands, is invested in. You've been hammering away, working your skills, using your time wisely is also what I'm hearing. And I feel like you might be being a little hard on yourself, Leo. You do expect yourself to be the star. You do expect yourself to excel all the time. Like, and listen, it's one of the reasons that Leo people do tend to excel, and they do tend to find themselves in leadership positions and starring roles and things, is because they see that for themselves. It's like, I have the fucking vision. And you do. Don't give up. I'll say it plain and simple. You may have suffered a disappointment or a setback going on inside of you. Three of Swords. A feeling of separation, loneliness, betrayal. I get the sense that some of you may feel like you're doing this all on your own. Like, all the weight is on your shoulders. And if there's resentment about that, sitting in the past, listen, if we have to see it, I would rather see it in the past than anywhere else in your spread. But we have the Five of Swords. And these two cards have things in common, and I can't help thinking that for you, Leo, they're directly related. It's like using the past against yourself is what Spirit just said. So if you have been in situations before where people have maybe ditched you, or left you with all the weight on your shoulders, or made you feel less than, are you repeating any of those words or dynamics to yourself? Are you internalizing them, is I guess what I'm asking you. And if you are, don't do that shit. Like, if you are holding something because you don't want to hand it to someone else or whatever, that shit needs to be processed and presented, is what Spirit is saying. So what I mean by that is, you might be indeed having some kind of like over the top or triggered response, and you might not want to be like, okay, I'm going to take my trigger over to my boss or my partner or my friend or whatever and like have a big explosive fight or say some harsh words, you know, get my little kick of like perverse pleasure that I hurt them as much as they hurt me, but then I feel shitty. And I'm getting, again, the sense that some of y'all have already done that, and that's why this is showing up. If that is true, I just want to take this minute to like say, let's have some compassion for you. Let's have some compassion that you might have said some harsh words to yourself or someone else when you were in a triggered state, and you can apologize to yourself first for not meeting your own standards and not being in alignment with yourself, and like maybe you feel bad because you want to correct something. Acknowledging that that makes you a good person, not a bad person, would go a long way to helping the shift actually happen, is what Spirit is saying. So let's forgive yourself. And also, by extension, when we can forgive ourselves for our own, you know, harshness or coldness or whatever, disappointing behavior, there's more room to have compassion and understanding for when other people do it. Like, I'm not perfect, I have my moments, right? So that means other people have their moments too, and maybe I won't take that shit as personally. That can be a thing, right? Again, I have Leo placement, so I'm not speaking from a high horse. We can take other people's behavior personally because we're like, I'm always watching my behavior. Like, I'm always doing my best for you and giving as everything that I can to you and etc. Okay, let me not give to get. Let me give to the point that it makes me feel good about myself and no further. Do you know what I mean? Like, boundaries matter. And kings in the tarot are great with boundaries. They manage, right? And the King of Wands in particular manages their energy, their skills, their creativity, their fire, their spirit extremely well. King of Wands is a leader. And you have people around you, what can I say, that want to listen and want to follow, that want to help you spread your message, that want to help you do your thing, and that want to learn from you. I'm hearing all these different things because, again, Leo, general readings, if you ever want a personal, way to do that is in the box below. But I feel that there's followers, there's audience, there's... Your plan has legs. Your thing that you might be feeling impatient about has legs. Don't give up. Spirit's like, we're out here, we're out here, we're out here, we want it. Keep going. Keep working, keep showing up. Spirit is saying, can you fall back in love with it? Can you remember the why of what you're doing? And here's a fucking pro tip. If the why for what you're doing sucks ass, it's time to make a change. If your why, though, is like, you know what? That does help me drum up a little bit of patience, because my why that I'm doing this, that I'm devoted to this, that I keep at it, is so strong that, like, I'm willing. I'm willing to go through it. I'm willing to go through even the fucking, like, self-revelations and difficulties that come with surpassing my current level. And that's what I'm hearing. Like, damn. You know, nobody's objective, right? Like, nobody can see themselves with total objectivity. Sometimes I wonder when I'm reading for y'all, like, is this all like way too deep for a fucking monthly reading, or is this like helpful? Am I digging around in like the basement of your soul too much? Would you rather be hearing like, this is what's gonna happen at work this week? Because it doesn't seem to be how I read. Okay, back to you, Leo. At the center of your spread, crossing the Nine of Wands, is the Two of Pentacles. Hey, patience. You're making adjustments. Small, good adjustments. Slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. So Spirit is telling you, this thing that you're working on, keep at it. If an adjustment needs to be made, it's really just in the, like, the way of doing it. Like, oh, is my timing maybe a little bit off, or could I adjust my workflow, is really what I'm hearing. Is like, how could I adjust my workflow so that it flows a little bit better? Like, maybe I need to do less better. You had that last month, and Spirit is saying it again. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, You're doing something great and something that you love. There just need to make some minor adjustments so that you can be a little bit more in love with it. Your future. Like I said, it pays off. Knowing your value, slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. We've even got the bunny for the reproducing, for the fertility. Pleasurable. If it's good for me, then I'll do it more. If it makes me feel good, then I'm more apt to tune in and turn on, right? So how can you make your workflow, your workstation more fertile? I see you building up your money. I see you saving your money, which would be very wise. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I'm hearing it. It's like stack up your coins. Stack up your coins. Always good advice, right? But Spirit is saying it for y'all this month, so I'm just gonna pass that right along. Stack up. Watch it grow and fatten. And importantly, Spirit's like, be fucking proud of yourself. Not for the outcome, for the process. For your commitment to the process. For your willingness to show up in every stage, and let me note that these stages display a very clear progression from the 2 to the 8 to the queen. We're skipping steps because you're that good. From the 2 to the 8 to the queen, I make small helpful changes that give me more joy in my work, and then I make a ton more money and get more rest. Seems pretty simple to me. Slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. How's that hitting you, Leo? How you feeling? Let me know. Stories, questions, comments. I love to hear them, and I really appreciate those of you that take the time and, the vulnerability to share what you think. Thank you for being here, Leo. Again, if you ever want to get a personal reading, or if you'd like to support the channel on Patreon, I do free daily card readings. We do a monthly live call-in show where we all hang out. It's a really good time. All the ways to do that are in the box below. I appreciate you very much, Leo. I hope this reading helps you have a more magnificent month. And if I don't see you before then I hope I will see you in your March reading. I was gonna say, here she comes. Bye from me in praxis. I promise she loves me. She